yesterday, we used to rock the show. I laced the track, you locked the flow. So far from hanging on the block for dough. Notorious, they got to know that life ain't always what it seems.
Hello, everybody. The Blessed Kids are not with me today because this is a sensitive subject, but they will be back. Bear with me. I just wanted to do some quarantine coping. I've learned myself that it's very hard for me to deal with some things, and I just go in a corner and I get quiet and I don't deal with them how I should. Sometimes bottling things up isn't good for us. So I partnered with one of my really beautiful friends, Natalie, and this is her field, definitely. And we're going to give you guys 10 ways to cope like a true warrior. Take these, run with them, use them in your everyday life so that you can get where you're needed. You are special and it is your season to shine. So take these. We'll also list the questions below, and I'll list some books that she recommends, okay? Question 1. Is there a certain amount of time you should grieve?
As far as a timeline for grief, honestly, there's no timeline for grief. You cannot tell a person how long they should or should not grieve. It honestly varies from person to person. So if you are that person, just remember to give yourself grace and be kind to yourself. If you think that you should be done grieving at a certain point, remember that it is okay if you still are in that grieving process. It takes time. Some days you'll have good days, other days will be not so good days, and those are the days that when you need to lean and support on the people that are around you.
Question 2. Name one piece of advice everyone coping should know.
A piece of advice or a suggestion that I can give is to allow yourself to feel all of the emotions that come with the grieving process, whether that could be denial, anger, confusion, sadness. It's a variety of different feelings that you may feel. Allow yourself to be in the present and feel those feelings while they are there. And as always, keep the support system around you as well.
Question 3. What are some good ways to get lost off your mind?
I would suggest and recommend that you keep your support system, your family and friends around you during this time. And when you are ready, to engage in any sort of activity or skill that used to really make you happy before.
Question 4. What is a good way to express yourself if you're not good with coping, especially verbally, like me?
It's a healthy habit to express your thoughts and feelings, especially during the time of grief period. If you are somebody that has a difficult time verbalizing your feelings, I would suggest trying to use a journal or a notebook or write a letter of some sort to at least try your best to get those feelings out.
Question 5. How should one keep positive through pain?
It's very difficult for me to say how a person is going to respond to their grief process and what is the best route for them to focus on the positive rather than the pain that they are going through. So it depends mostly on the person and what works best for them. But a few suggestions that I can give is to rely heavily on your faith. If you are religious, rely heavily on your religion. Use the people that are around you. Express your feelings to those people so they know what you need. And to try your best to engage in any activities that used to be helpful for you before in the past.
6. Can you name one thing that is good to keep a person who is coping from thinking negative?
Everybody deals with loss in a different way, so it varies from person to person on what is best for them to try to get their mind off of the negative thinking and direct them towards positive thinking. But something that I can suggest is to try to reminisce and go over some of those good times and the memories that they had with their loved ones, and see if that can bring some sort of joy to their life.
Question 7. What activities can keep your mind off of your loss?
During this difficult time, Being creative can sometimes help reframe your mindset from the pain that you are currently feeling. So, any activities such as drawing or painting, listening to music, dancing, any sort of self-expression can sometimes help you and reframe your mindset.
8. Can you name some ways that is good for a person who is coping to get them out of their shell, out of their heads? What are some of those ways?
If you are trying to help somebody that is dealing with a difficult loss right now, I would try to get them to become engaged with some sort of physical activity or exercise with you. You can try walking outside, getting some fresh air, riding the bikes, even jump roping, taking a yoga class or an aerobics class. If you have to stay in the house due to the quarantine, even virtual classes help, just something to get their body up and going and the blood flow circulating.
We all know God can definitely heal all wounds. What are some good religious coping techniques?
Like you said, God can definitely heal all wounds, and He will heal all wounds. It's important for you to remember that if you are religious, and some things that can assist with this process is to continue to read the Bible, pray as often as you need, let God know exactly how you're feeling and what your wants and needs are. Continue to build that relationship with Him, and reviewing any scriptures that make you feel closer to Him, and helping you to deal with this difficult time.
Finally, can you name some good apps that can help with coping?
Another thing that can also be very useful is mindfulness and deep breathing. If this is something new to you, I suggest using some apps on your phone to help you get started. A few apps that I can recommend and suggest are, the first one is called Smiling Minds. This one is very kid-friendly. It's perfect for young children. The second one is Insight Timer. Third one is called Calm. And each of these apps are very user-friendly, and they have all levels and available on the apps.
Guys, I have definitely struggled with coping throughout my life. It is not anyone's fault. Coping is definitely one of the biggest mental health issues that people have. It can lead to depression and so many other things. And I myself have definitely dealt with depression before, and still sometimes it takes a toll on me. But I've learned from the help of others that there's no better way to cope than to actually pray and ask God to help and heal you. It's good to have a support system that can lead you through, and it's good to have things like these coping techniques to help you get through, even if it's your everyday life. So I hope you take these coping techniques, and I hope that you lead the way, and hopefully this will help you get through some hard trials. Bye, guys.
And we won't stop, 'cause we can't stop. That's right.